I'm the only daughter of the Voss crime family boss. My husband, Killian, is the second in command. He had no idea I was planning to make him the successor of the syndicate until today, at the hospital, I realized something impossible. My son's blood type doesn't match mine, but he looks exactly like my husband. I didn't say a word. I just took a strand of my son's hair, and I tore up the gang's inheritance papers. I rushed to the DNA center.
I need a rush test, now!
My hands were shaking as I gave the sample. I called a private investigator in secret.
Track my husband. I want to know everywhere he's been.
At 3:40 p.m., the results hit my phone. I scrolled straight to the bottom.
Serafina Voss is not the biological mother.
The world stopped. I've been raising another woman's child for 9 years, so where's my real baby? I went to the hospital where I gave birth. My father wanted me to give birth at the private Voss hospital, but Killian insisted we come here instead. He said he had his own people on the inside. I was so stupid to believe him. I found the doctor from 9 years ago.
I want my delivery records, now!
He looked nervous. His smile vanished. The file they gave me was almost empty. No footprints, no nurse logs, no blood reports. Everything was scrubbed clean. A fake medical file, a missing baby record, and a son who looks just like my husband. Then my phone rang. It was Killian.
I'm running errands. I'll be home soon.
Where are you? I just picked Milo up from school.
I hung up. I couldn't breathe. That night, I pretended to have a headache. I listened to them through the door. Once they fell asleep, I started searching. I tore the house apart. I found nothing in the bedroom or the living room. Finally, I looked at the computer in the study. The truth is, in there, I know it. Footsteps outside. I closed the document fast. Killian walked in while I was cleaning my desk. He glanced at the computer screen. It was back to the desktop wallpaper. A photo of us at the beach 3 years ago. The perfect family portrait.
Still up?
Just organizing some old files?
I turned off the monitor and he just nodded. I sat in the dark, listening to him walk away. The next morning, I sent him to take Milo to school. The second they left, I ran to the computer. I tried our anniversary, wrong password. I tried his birthday, Milo's birthday, nothing. Locked out for 15 minutes. My own husband had locked me out of our life. That night, Killian came home and dropped a bombshell. I'm heading to Philly tomorrow, handling some gang business. He said it without looking at me. For how long? Who are you going with? I asked. He snapped at me. Stop interrogating me, Serafina. He walked away. The dinner was silent. Then a receipt fell out of his coat pocket. It was a Tiffany perfume receipt, bought just yesterday afternoon. I've been married for 10 years. He never buys me gifts. The buyer's name was on the receipt. Chloe Hale, his secretary, a divorced woman he hired 6 months ago. The next day, I followed him to the airport. I saw them together in the terminal. Killian was smiling, a real smile I hadn't seen in years. She reached out and fixed his collar. Then she leaned in and kissed him. Every lie I told myself finally shattered. Is that child her child? I called the private investigator immediately. Find everything on Chloe Hale, especially if she has a kid. The detective was fast. The next day, I got the file on Chloe Hale. She's 32, divorced. She has a 10-year-old son named Elias. Then I saw the date. Her son is only 1 day younger than Milo. My blood started to boil. I ran back to the computer. I typed in Chloe's birthday as the password. It unlocked instantly. Folders full of photos from 11 years ago. Killian and Chloe in high school uniforms eating lunch in the cafeteria. 18-year-old Killian was smearing ketchup on her face. Chloe in a ponytail, laughing and hiding in his arms. The next photo, them in the college library, then their graduation, wearing caps and gowns, holding hands. That was the same year Killian lied to me. He said the company was in trouble and he canceled our anniversary trip for her. 10 years of lies. I felt sick. I drove to Elias's school at 3 p.m. I saw a boy walk out alone. He had dark brown hair just like mine. He had a birthmark on his wrist in the exact same spot as mine. His clothes were dirty, his shoes were worn out. That's my son. He walked away and vanished around the corner. I sobbed behind the steering wheel for that boy biking home all alone for 10 years of a stolen life. And for me, living like a fool, a puppet in a play they wrote. I wiped my tears and drove to my lawyer. At the law firm, I set the flash drive down in front of my lawyer. It had all the evidence inside, the photos, the DNA report, the medical files, and the perfume receipt. Every single detail on Chloe and Elias.
I want a divorce. I want him to have nothing. And I want my son back.
Leaving the office, I remembered his proposal. 10 years ago, Killian promised me forever.
Sarah, I'll make you happy for the rest of your life.
Turns out his forever only lasted 10 years. Actually, maybe not even that long. I grabbed my phone and called my father's right-hand man.
Marcus, there's something I'd like to discuss with you regarding the syndicate's succession meeting next week. Killian forgot one very important thing. This empire belongs to the Voss family, and I am the one in control.
Killian became second in command because of me. I begged my father to give him a chance. If I can lift him up, I can tear him down. While he was working in Philly for 2 weeks, I liquidated every asset in his name. I went back to that school every single day. On Friday, I waited for him to come out. I dropped my folder right in front of him. He leaned down to help me pick it up.
Thanks, kid. Is your mom late?
She's working late again.
How do you get home then?
On my bike.
He said softly. I handed him a bottle of water. His eyes are olive green, just like mine.
Does your dad work late too?
He stayed silent and looked at his shoes. The soles were peeling off. The laces were broken. I tucked $200 into his bag. Go buy some new shoes,
No, I can't
okay?
take
He stuttered. Consider it a thank you for the help. I walked away before he could argue. That night, I stood at Milo's bedroom door. He was playing with a brand new, expensive VR set.
Mom? Is something
I
wrong?
touched his hair and forced a smile.
Did you finish your homework?
Yeah, Dad said if I get all A's, we're going to Disney.
I nodded, but my heart was screaming. My real son is riding a bike in broken shoes while this boy lives in luxury. Killian finally came home from his trip.
Where's Milo?
Was the first thing he said.
At a 2-hour French tutoring session.
Smelled like that Tiffany perfume? He tried to hug me, but I stepped back.
You smell like perfume, Killian. Who was it?
Sarah, stop being so paranoid. It's just from a business dinner. Give it a
I
rest.
felt like laughing. His acting was pathetic. I pulled the photos out of an envelope and tossed them on the table. His face went pale.
You tracked me?
Does it matter? What matters is what happens if the people in the syndicate see these. Or if my father sees them.
He collapsed onto the sofa, hiding his face.
What do you want?
First, fire Chloe. Never see her again. Second, tell me what happened at the hospital 10 years ago.
You're crazy. Over a few photos?
Killian, don't forget the company name is Voss. I gave you this life. I can take it back. For the sake of our 10 years and the kids, do as I say. We can keep going. After all, we still have Milo.
Killian stared at the pregnancy report, stunned.
You're pregnant?
5 weeks. The doctor says it's stable. Cut ties with Chloe. Get her out of our lives.
Killian struggled.
I need to think about it.
He stayed up all night. The light in his room never went out. The next morning, I was sipping my coffee. Killian walked out with dark circles under his eyes.
Sophie and I have decided we should...
Don't bother.
I slid the divorce papers across the table. He was furious.
What is this? What about the baby?
I told you I was pregnant, and you needed all night to choose? You didn't think about me. You didn't even think about Milo. Milo? You mean the kid I raised for 10 years? The one who is actually yours and Chloe's?
How do you know? When did you find out?
I held up my phone with the DNA report.
Thanks for using Chloe's birthday as your password for 10 years.
Sarah, let me explain.
Explain how you swapped the babies when I gave birth? Or how you've laughed at me behind my back for a decade? I stepped closer, my voice cold as ice. My maving, you rounding nixbond to them wide. Did you feel guilty because you lied to me?
or because you weren't even a good father to your own son.
Elias.
Where is Elias? I need to see him!
Too late. Your son, no, our real son, is somewhere you'll never find him. And Chloe's son is upstairs, sleeping. He has no idea what kind of man his father really is.
Serafina, you can't do this! He's my kid!
Grabbed my arm. Kilton grabbed my arm. I shoved him away.
The day you swapped those babies, you lost the right to be a father. Now get out of my house.
I slammed the door. I heard him banging on it. Then I heard his car speed away. He's going to Chloe. He's looking for the son he lost for 10 years. But he will never find Elias.
3 days ago, I met Elias again. The private investigator had given me everything. I told him the truth. He was so calm. His eyes, just like mine, showed maturity beyond his years.
I always felt like I wasn't her son. Otherwise, why would she leave me here to rot?
I held his hand. I promised to take him away.
We're going to start over.
He stayed silent for a long time, then slowly nodded. Yesterday afternoon, he caught a flight with my assistant. He's abroad now. New school, new house, new friends. Once I finish cleaning up this mess here, I'll finally be with my son again. The divorce papers sat on the table for 3 days. Finally, Killian showed up at my door. He looked like a mess, dark circles, unshaven face. I leaned against the door, refusing to let him in.
Serafina, we need to talk.
The papers are clear. There's nothing to discuss.
I can't do this. Think of our 10 years. Our child.
Which child? The one in the videos? Or the one upstairs?
Killian's face turned ghostly white. A week ago, Chloe sent me a batch of files. I opened them. They were videos of my real son, Elias. Videos of him crying, being hit, and locked in dark rooms. One video showed him at 5 years old. He was slapped across the face just for spilling some milk. The email had only one sentence. Thanks for raising my son for all these years. I watched those videos all night and I threw up 3 times. He tried to explain himself.
I thought Joey. Going to troll them, and in one, those videos, Chloe just loses control sometimes.
That's your son. You see her every week. You noticed her new perfume and nails, but you never noticed the reach. But you noticed the bruises on your own son?
He was speechless.
I've hired a lawyer. Sign it, or we go to court. The baby swap, the cheating, the abuse videos will all be public. I'm telling my father. Sign it while I'm merciful.
3 days later, Killian signed the papers. "4 days after the divorce, I saw their wedding photo online, Chloe in white, Killian holding her with a stiff face. The caption read, 10 years of waiting, finally together. I took a screenshot and turned off my phone. My lawyer called that afternoon. Everything is ready, the swap records, the abuse. It's enough to put them away for a long time.
Good. Do it.
He paused.
Too late.
You don't want to see him one last time? He came by yesterday. He says he's sorry. Too late? The next morning, my flight took off. My assistant met me at the airport. Elias is doing better. He's starting to talk more. He even asked when you'd be arriving. My heart skipped a beat. The car stopped in front of a white house. In the garden, a small boy was watching ants. I whispered. He looked a bit better than the videos, but still too thin.
Elias.
Milo grew up healthy under my care while my own son suffered. The thought cut through me like a knife. I'm your mommy. He stared at me for a long time, then nodded slowly. I pulled him into a hug. He didn't pull away.
I'm sorry. I'm Steve. Mommy is late.
He was shaking in my arms. For the next 2 weeks, I left work behind to be with him. We went to the park. He rode a carousel for the first time. We went to the library. He loves books about the stars. He doesn't talk much, but sometimes he smiles at me. One afternoon, we were making cookies in the kitchen. The doorbell rang.
Mr. Roeder?
I dropped the flour sifter. Killian was standing there looking like a ghost.
Seraphine, I've been looking for you for weeks.
I walked out and shut the kitchen door behind me.
Now you found me. You can leave.
I want to see him. Our son. I've been having nightmares. I never knew.
You just chose to look the other way.
He looked at my stomach.
Is the baby still there?
I smiled. For the first time, I felt truly free.
Of course the baby is here.
I placed my hand on my stomach. The doctor says it's perfect, it'll be born next spring. He looked terrible. Suddenly, he lost it and lunged at... Seraphina, I need to see my son. You can't do this. I looked at him and laughed coldly. Killian, don't worry about where my son is. Worry about if your son will even be born safely.
If you want that to happen, go deal with Chloe first. Get out!
I kicked him out and slammed the door. Just looking at him made me feel sick. Through the window, I saw him collapse on the ground. He was pulling at his hair, looking absolutely pathetic. Shortly after, my lawyer called. Ms. Lynn, it's getting ugly, but things aren't going as expected. It turned out Killian and Chloe had already split. I gripped my phone, listening calmly. But Killian pinned everything on Chloe. The lawyer continued. The trial lasted 2 full days. In the end, Chloe was sentenced to 3 years for child abduction and fraud. He sobbed in court, claiming he was a victim manipulated for 10 years. It sounded ridiculous, but the judge believed it.
Mrs. Lynn, I'm sorry. This isn't the outcome we wanted.
Before hang up, my lawyer spoke softly.
If you're willing, we can plan our next move.
It's enough. At least my son is back. I cut him off.
Elias was doing his homework. I walked over to him. Elias, Mommy punished the bad people, but maybe not enough. Do you blame me? He looked up at me.
Mom, I know who's good to me and who isn't. I've always known.
I covered my mouth, tears streaming down my face.
You look ugly when you cry.
He looked back down at his notebook and muttered. I burst out laughing, crying, and smiling all at once.
These days, I've been desperately trying to make up for 10 years of missing motherly love. I transferred a portion of the family assets into Elias' name. He's young, but I know what this security means for his future. I found him the best private school. For 10 years, Chloe neglected him, leaving him to fend for himself. He was far behind his peers in school. I hired 3 tutors, and Elias is working so hard to catch up. One night, I brought him milk and found him asleep at his desk. He was still clutching his pen. I didn't wake him. I just gently draped a blanket over his shoulders. Friday afternoon, I went to pick him up. The gates were crowded with parents. Elias ran out with his new backpack, his face flushed from playing.
Mom, I got a B+ on my math quiz today!
As I reached for the paper, I caught a glimpse of a figure across the street. It was Killian sitting in a corner, covered in stubble and looking haggard. The powerful second-in-command was nowhere to be seen. Elias followed my gaze. I took his hand.
Let's go. We're going home.
As I turned, I heard hurried footsteps behind us. Killian had already crossed the street, blocking our path.
Serafina, can we talk?
I motioned for Elias to get in the car first.
There is nothing left to talk about.
Chloe is in prison!
I've handled everything. I'm completely done with her.
I couldn't help but laugh out loud.
Kilman, I sent her to prison. My lawyers did that. What did you do?
Oh, right. You were the victim crying the loudest in court.
I know I was wrong, Sarah. For the sake of the child, forgive me.
I slowly smoothed the wrinkles on my coat.
Our child.
It was fake.
Killian froze, his eyes wide with shock.
The pregnancy report was a forgery. I just wanted to see what you'd choose.
I took a step forward so he could clearly see my flat stomach.
It's been months. If I were really pregnant, I'd be showing by now, wouldn't I?
His stare lingered on my midsection for a long time.
It's okay. It doesn't matter if there's no baby.
He stammered.
We still have Elias. We have 10 years of history.
Stop dreaming. Wake up. He scrambled to open his briefcase.
Look, this was for your 30th birthday. Money was tight back then, so I hid it away.
He lined them up on the ground. 1, 2, 3.
Every year, I just never gave them to you.
I loved you most when I couldn't sleep because you hadn't texted back. That version of me is long gone. These things, they're no different from trash to me now.
He fell silent, his shoulders slumped as if his spine had suddenly been removed. I didn't look back. I turned and walked toward my car. For me, none of it mattered anymore. 3 years later, in late autumn, Elias has grown so much he's already up to my shoulder.
Mom, can you come to the parent-teacher meeting next week?
Of course. For my son's meeting, I'd be there even if the sky were falling.
He turned and gave me a small smile. He clumsily makes me pasta and carrot cake. One Sunday evening, we baked cookies together. Elias accidentally knocked over the baking tray. His face went pale instantly.
I'm sorry, Mom.
He stammered, his old fear resurfacing.
Elias, you don't ever have to be afraid in front of me.
I knelt down and looked into his eyes.
You can throw a tantrum. You can be stubborn. You can say no like other kids. I don't love you because you're good. I love you because you're you.